And it was 12 minutes.
How many he has? How many he has?
The last will come.
The last year I spent 6 months in Argentina, attending to a program from European Union. At the beginning, I was working with children in social risk who were living in the street or a very poor situation. But later on, I changed to work with adults in a process of intervention. Sorry.
That's okay.
My aim was to give them the necessary tools, personal ability, and the supports for them to successful in life. However, the first aim for this European program was teaching in school through workshops about human risk, where I could participate as well.
Thank you. Okay, and now questions and comments. Quick, not for a long time, but please ask questions.
I have a suggestion for your movie. I think it would have been more interesting if the mixes were done by a child, because it was a kindergarten's idea. So. And in that way, the child would have said that it's good to do that, it's not good to do that, and probably the other children would have listened.
I would like to ask you, how do you push the kindergarten teachers to stay for the course? You said it's after their working day. How did you motivate them?
The motivation factor we use is actually through the profile we have, which every staff member can relate to. So through the course they can go into the profile and really find challenges they have, both in reading, writing, numeracy, and in computer science actually. Because we use the tools the kindergarten already have and seek and explore the possibilities within that tools. Yeah.
I also have a child in kindergarten, which in every morning when we have breakfast, he mixes tea with butter or with jam or with bread, everything he sees on the table. That's what he do. That's what he does the whole day, the whole morning.
Perhaps a hard question for Lucia. In the time that you spent, what was the most valuable lesson you learned?
¿Lo entiendes? En el tiempo que estuviste allí, ¿cuál fue la lesión más valiosa que has aprendido?
It's hard, but ¿cómo diría el trato?
¿Pero qué quiere decir?
El trato con la gente.
To treat with different kinds of
Yes,
people.
I am socialization, but I need express my needs. Necessities, but I sorry. Sorry. Estoy muy nerviosa, tía.
She's really nervous.
Yeah,
Dímelo y te lo
Porque necesitaba demostrar que había aprendido algo durante la carrera. Y que me pongo nerviosa, y nada, y la verdad es que la experiencia ha sido muy gratificante porque he trabajado con gente muy distinta y con muchas necesidades a las cuales yo he podido un poco acercarme.
Yeah. She says for her it was a really great opportunity to have contact with those people who it was almost impossible to have this approach in Spain, but there she could do it, and she was feeling that she could put into the practice what she was learning at the university. So it was really grateful, for her to help them with her knowledge, learning knowledge from the university, and to cope with this kind of situation.
Well done. Excellent. Excellent. Well done.
Okay, aren't you too tired to listen to the session too? I think you have time. Yeah. Okay, then go on. Yeah, it's you.
One of the most successful programs that I know and I could see the result, it's called cooperative learning. Students must be work in groups to complete the task collectively towards academic goal. I have been seeing the result of this method in the teenager from 12 or 14 years old. The teacher's role have changed from giving information to the students to facilitating the learning progress. This project was applied in some subjects like math, history, and or Spanish. I could see the progress of the students and how helping each other. In addition, the groups are made according to a method with students with other less brilliant. It's all.
Thank you.
I work for an NGO which defends the right of children. In fact, the name is Save the Children. This is an international foundation that has programs focused on getting this cause in many parts of the world. But since I started working here, I have been only in one of these programs. I try to help families and children under a social risk situation, but it's difficult to see the success of this job because the process is slow and the results will take a long time. Can I use a...
Yeah.
Okay, this is the organization. Do you know?
Yes, of course, yes.
It's very famous, I think. Okay. The program where I work is this. A ver, ahora cómo.
Yeah,
Okay. We work with children, but we work also with the families. Okay, it's a work parallelo.
It's a
Parallel
job.
job.
Okay, the children are beneficiarios.
The benefits, they take the benefits from that.
Yeah.
Okay, but I work with the families because they need orientation. Okay, there are economic ayudas económicas.
Social helps or
Social
like
help.
financial,
But
social.
But these helps are for children always, okay? We have, for example, for primera infancia,
First,
for
infants or children. Infants.
okay?
Young babies.
We have help for eating and dressing. No, but dressing it's more later when children are more.
Older. ¿Qué quiere decir con hechos?
Quiero decir, higiene infantil
Okay, for
y alimentación infantil.
Okay, for hygiene.
Until 3 years, okay, eating and hygiene.
Hygiene.
Hygiene. And from 3 to 16 years, dressing, okay? But if the families want, and always they want, to receive these helps, they have to comprometerse.
They have to be involved in
They
this.
have to be involved in an individual project, okay? And if they work with me and with incluso con el equipo del centro educativo,
With
with,
her group, with her and
yeah,
her group,
yeah.
team.
we can give they the helps. It's, no sé si me explico muy bien.
It's okay.
It's okay. And we have also people who work in the school with our children because they have also problems with con el aprendizaje.
With the learning process.
With the learning process, okay. And it's a cooperative work or job, no sé cuándo decir una o la otra. It's a cooperative work with different kind of professional. More or less?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely, please.
And
¿Tienes
it's,
foto o algo no?
no, aquí no.
Okay. They're fantastic. Oh.
Our project started in 2011. We worked with volunteers. In the first year, the volunteers learned how is the work of a person with disabilities.
A little bit, egy kicsit hangosabban, mert nem van.
So, they got a preparation of how they can act with them and what kind of programs can they organize for them in a camp, for example. They had the chance
to try how they live with that kind of disability. For example, as a blind person, they cover their eyes and they have to do things like that. The last year, they went to a camp with children and they had a chance to practice what they learned. With the volunteers, we have two other projects that you see, the swimming and the riding. We have in the summer camp for 2 weeks, and for each children is a volunteer, and they have to swim. We have a teacher also who teaches and monitors them, but he can't be there for everyone, so there is the volunteers. This is the 3rd year, and they are not afraid of water, and 4 of them learn to swim. 2 girls with Down syndrome, a blind boy, and a boy with mental disability. So,
Yeah.
And they have a film.
yeah, we have a short film.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
not-
Okay.
Just one time. We started the riding project 2 years ago. At the beginning, longer, you can see that I will show you. She was very afraid of the horses. She even go there to touch it or something like that. And now, when we go to ride, she's smiling and she's happy. So it's very good. That's all.
Was that beauty, the connection to the core?
She's the girl with the glasses.
It is here. I think it's okay. I don't understand why it doesn't work.
It's working in terms of sound. No sound, we can see it.
Yes, but you can hear it.
A Down szindrómás lány örömmel lovagol, akárcsak sorstársa a jó humoréhez. Erna is. Neki éppen a sisakját igazítja a szociálpedagógusra. Zettségű Szilvia.
Kész? Nem. Leila, a havasról Szilvi. Lehet?
A lovaglás nem csak örömet okoz, hanem új ismeretek elsajátítását is jelenti. Erősíti a fiatalok önbizalmát és segít az önállóságra nevelésben. A tartalmas foglalkoztatás egyébként a ProDown alapítvány egyik legfontosabb célja.
Köszönöm szépen, Lova.
He said, thank you, my horse. Thank you, my horse.
A fiatalok. Erre a szőnyeget ki. Ervin nemezel, Kató pedig épp papírt képesít. Ez a műhely egyik legfontosabb alapanyag. A kézműves foglalkozásokat vezető Szilvia szerint látványos fejlődés sem mentek keresztül a résztvevők. Hamar kiderült, hogy kinek mi az erőssége. Legtöbben azt is tudják, hogy születésük óta az átlagosnál több problémával küzdenek, de nem tartják magukat fogyatékosnak.
Minden emberben van igazából fogyatékosság, mert mindenhez nem értünk. Amihez úgy nem értünk, az egyfajta fogyatékosság. Erre azt mondja, egészséges vagyok, mellesleg Down-szindrómás. Szerintem ez úgy szépen van megfogalmazva.
Az is kiderül, hogy a lányok szeretnek énekelni, a fiúkat inkább a számítógép foglalkoztatja. is tart. Van, aki matematikát, és van, aki nyelveket tanul szívesebben.
Katonák például azt is látom, éppen a múltkor láttam, hogy milyen jó, most már tudtam, hogy 12 után 13 jön, ezt ezelőtt lehet, hogy 2 hónappal én nem tudtam. Tehát a 10-es átlépés után már nem tudok számolni. Most úgy könnyebben megy így rá.
A foglalkoztató központ egy a sikeres pályázatnak köszönhetően rendszeressé tette az uszoda látogatásokat. A fiatalok hetente járnak ide, van, aki egyelőre csak segítséggel tud fennmaradni a felszínen, de egyre többen önállóan boldogulnak a vízben is.
We can't translate all of these sentences, but I would like to try with one sentence, which is fantastic. A social pedagogist said, everyone has his or her disability, all of us. What we don't know, it's somehow we are disabled to do or to know. So that's how we have to think about, which is absolutely true. Okay. And now, Joseph.
Can I say something?
And you add something?
Yeah. So it's Emma, the Down syndrome, with the Down syndrome. She always said that I am happy. By the way, I have Down syndrome.
Oh,
that's why.
Okay, and he is the last from the session.
An association in Middle Hungary had a very similar program like Wanda had, or has. Yeah. And they invited me to help them in the mathematics session. And we begin, the area is very, very poor. Not too much gypsies, less than the equal in Hungary, but a very poor area. We begin to work with the teachers, and we define 2 very important rules. We build on success. Just always we would like to make situations where the pupil have success. The second one, we build on ordinary knowledge. That was all. And we have but what we shall do when we go in the classroom? Then, of course, we have to learn them to the school material also. But how we can do it with these main principles? And then we collect logical problems in a booklet for the teachers. Each problem has a solution which you can find with ordinary knowledge, without any mathematical knowledge. And we collect near 50, 60 several logical problems. And each not hours, I don't find the word, óra, tehát a tanítási óra.
Lesson.
Thank you. Each lesson began with one of these logical problems, and they had immediately success. Of course, in this collection, there was different problems, and the solution was also different, hard or easy. And they always receive homework from this booklet. So they had always success, and they understand the mathematics is a language. They have to learn the language, but first they have used the brain. And they can learn the mathematical language if they use the brain. And it works. Thanks.
Now, questions and comments.
I have a question.
To whom?
Oh, to our young girl from Romania. I've heard that horses are special good to take care of disabled persons. Do you have some experience with that, or can you give some examples?
Értetted a kérdést?
Igen, csak kicsit nehéz. Tehát nincs specialistám még.
The teachers. We not have teachers at the riding school. They work just with horses. So, but we can see that they are happier, and one of the girls communicate more after the riding.
But does the horse take more care of those disabled persons?
A lovakról kérdez, nem az emberekről. Tehát, hogy van-e valamilyen specialitása a lovaknak, hogy tudjátok, hogy miért jók a fogyatékkal élő embereknek, hogy mit éreznek, hogy mitől ilyen kedvesek hozzájuk.
A ló az, mondhatom magyarul?
Mondhatom, csak nem
cifrázok, nem. Tehát a ló az az egyetlen állatom, tehát általában az állattal a terápiákhoz beváltak.
Generally, animals are good for being therapists. But the horse
a ló és biztonságot ad,
gives safety, security.
És együtt mozogni a mozgásában korlátozott gyerek. Tehát, hogyha nem tud úgy, akkor a ló, a lába, tehát úgy.
Moving with the horse means successful in moving, because the leg of the man can be the horse itself.
Yes, understand.
Yeah. Children with disability.
Yes, yes.
It's very different.
Yes, absolutely.
És barát, tehát egy jó
A
barát.
friend, a very good friend.
Yeah. Sensitive.
And I think horses are fantastic intelligent.
Yes, absolutely.
És nagyon félénk.
Azt nem tudom, hogy félénk.
Very shy.
Shy?
Yeah.
Horses are shy.
Yes, sensitive.
Sensitive, yeah.
Not patient.
Patient?
Yeah, patient and sensitive.
Is it okay?
Yes.
More questions? Or comments? Or something? No? Can we go further?
Yeah.
It's fantastic and interesting. Yeah?
Can I ask to make it later, to change a bit the program, because I would like to print something?
Of course
After the
you
break.
can.
Yes, then
Okay.
maybe they can talk and I can do it later. Thank you.
Is that Marion? Just very quickly, I want to build on what Joschka said about success. And I'm not going to tell you about a specific project because I suppose I'm at the end of my working career and I've had the most amazing career doing some of the sort of things that you've been doing. So I want to encourage you to continue and build on the good work. But I've worked in community development and I've worked with groups in their own community to identify their own problems. What is it they want to work on? What are the issues they want to work on? And we've done this in lots of different ways. And just one group of young women that I worked with, and they wanted to start a nursery for themselves, a little kindergarten for themselves. And we got funding in, and they learned lots of skills about working with children. Eventually they were running quite a big project, but they still weren't confident about themselves. And we got a booklet that showed the job description of the managing director of an enormous industry in the northeast of England. And I kept saying to them, you have all the skills this man has to run this enormous industry. These young women had, using in their community, the same skills. It's just that they weren't paid to do this, to work with children, and it wasn't valued except by them. So we built on what we call in adult education really useful knowledge. So they didn't have academic skills, they didn't have qualifications. Some of them weren't confident about their reading and writing ability. But what they had was very appropriate knowledge, really useful knowledge, and we've built that in, and we start with that by saying to students who come to us in community groups or in courses, what you have is really valuable, and you need to use that. You need to recognise those skills. And it was Joschka said about small steps of success, of what I like that phrase, ordinary knowledge. It's what you have, everybody has, but it has to be recognised that will provide you with a certain amount of success, and then you build on that. And the other thing that was really important in projects that I've worked on is that people learn from each other, not just the facilitator or the teacher. They learn from each other. So providing spaces for people to talk to each other and providing time for them to talk. Safe spaces, we used to call it, where they could express their concerns, their fears, and also their desires, their visions and ambitions without being judged. And that's really important to learn from each other. So I could tell you about lots and lots of projects which were successful, but they, in a way, aren't my success. They're the success of these people that did it for themselves. It's just amazing. And it's during my long career, I've been a volunteer. I haven't been very well paid, sometimes not paid, and sometimes very well paid. But it's always been rewarding. And I just want to tell you that because what you're doing is the same, and it's fantastic. And you'll do a lot of good, but you'll also have a lot of fun on the way.
Thank you.